it seems like there's a lot of mental health,
Yeah.
mindfulness and everything. Uh, so I was wondering, what would you say to, and not to really differentiate, say one is better than the other group, but you've got your um, high achievers in high pressure environments, and then you have people who are performance driven, that they also put pressure on themselves. And then you have the ones who are low pressure. But how can someone stay ambitious and driven
Mhm.
without
It's a
sacrificing that?
really great question, Chuck. I love that question because that's after you get through the people who don't meditate because they don't have time,
Hmm.
right? You get the people who think their anxiety is the source of their performance. Like if I lost my edge, I why would I do anything?
Yeah.
Okay. So just take that apart for a minute. Just like look at what you're saying. When you say that, you're saying, so the only reason you do anything is because you're forced to, because you need to get kicked in the ass, because you have a threat. That's the only way you're willing to live life is as a threat response system. That there's nothing you love so much that you would just do it because it makes your heart happy and no one needs to talk to you about it. I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I think it's the case where people have set their lives up. This is an agency issue. They've set their lives up so that what they're passionate about and what they love and what they are willing to do out of devotion is, rather than force or in order to get some result, that whatever they would be willing to do like that somehow seems like it's unavailable as a career, or they've collapsed. There are things I don't have to do. There are things I'm going to have to do I don't like to do, with that's the only way to live. That's the guiding principle. See, all right, I'm in real estate. Let me just make it real. I don't love doing every single activity in the real estate field. When I was a baker, it wasn't like I loved sweeping the floor, loved doing the ordering when I owned the business. It wasn't like that was a passion of mine. Okay. What's not a passion of mine to do a lot of the detail grunt, what's considered grunt work in anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. But I don't need some anxiety attack to tell me to do it. I, all I need to do is look up a little bit from the activity to what's the result of this activity that does fulfill what I'm up to. Move your sight from I can't believe I have to make these calls. Sales people have this conversation all the time. Can't believe I have to dial these numbers, talk to these people, to go to work, whatever. Just look up a little bit. What's the future you're out to fulfill? What are you actually out creating? Yeah. What's that world? Okay, now, this activity, does it fulfill on that? If the answer is no, then don't do that activity. And if the answer is yes, well, now you have a whole new view of that activity as it's the fulfillment of what matters to you.
Yeah.
So, you could pretend or continue to pretend that the source of your results is that kind of anxiety, or you could just get, it's funny. I was just listening to an interview with Kobe Bryant. I guess I'm all NBA these days, but until Seahawks start again. But we could talk about Mike McDonald, bro. We could say any of these people, any of the people who excel in the world. It's funny because in sports, this is just the conversation. This is not some woo-woo. I don't do that. They all visualize. They all meditate. They all practice being centered. They all practice being unattached to the outcome. Process beats outcome every time. If they follow the right process, they've let go of the outcome. The only thing they control is the controllables. That. So this world about where my attention is my attention on catching the ball, or is my attention are my hands in the right place and my feet in the right place? All I can do is to take the action I've practiced, and the outcome is pretty much out of my hands. I know those actions produce the outcome I want most of the time, but we'll see.